Joining me on this.
Right.
Now on Saturday night, CNN decided to sever ties with one of their primetime stars, Chris Cuomo, following the revelation of more communication between Chris and his brother, Andrew Cuomo, regarding the former governor of New York's harassment allegations. Now, the anchor, who had been suspended, was fired after new allegations of sexual harassment surfaced. So to discuss this, we bring in Reese, founder of The Blush Project, and RT's very own Steve Malzberg, host of Eat the Press. Steve, I want you to start with this because you've been following this case probably from the very beginning for years, not only as a native New Yorker, but also someone who watches the media. Walk us through the charges which caused Chris Cuomo in the first place to be suspended and the actual ones that in the end caused him to be fired.
Well, they suspended Chris Cuomo on Tuesday. This was after an attorney general investigation, things that were found in that investigation, in a New York attorney general investigating the former governor and communications he had in his strategy and who he met with. They found that Chris Cuomo had, through texts and whatnot, had done a lot more for his brother than he originally told CNN he had done. Originally, back in August or so, Chris Cuomo admitted, yes, I advised my brother, I met with my brother, I gave him some advice, he's my brother. Because Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, was facing sexual misconduct allegations. So Chris Cuomo, an attorney, also, besides being a host on TV, decided, I'm going to help my brother. But it turned out, these revelations from the Attorney General's office, the texts and whatnot, found out that Chris Cuomo did a lot more than he originally told CNN he did. He used his media contacts, allegedly, to find out dirt and information on some of his brother's accusers, and right on down the line. So on Tuesday, CNN suspended Chris Cuomo. On Saturday, they fired him. Now, interestingly enough, we subsequently learned from the New York Times that on Wednesday of this week, in between the suspension and the firing, a new sexual misconduct allegation had come to light against Chris Cuomo from a previous job at a previous network with a junior colleague. Was that what tipped the boat? Was that what made CNN say enough is enough? I don't know, but that's the sequence of events. Also now, Chris Cuomo is looking to reportedly sue CNN if they don't honor his full 4-year deal, which he signed last year at a reported $6 million apiece. And Chris Cuomo has quit his SiriusXM gig today. So that is gone as well.
Well, thank you for giving us that update on that. Reese, this is where I want to bring you in on this, because do you believe this is about actually seeking justice for improper treatment and improper actions in the workplace? Is this more just damage control on behalf of that network?
Well, unfortunately, we don't know exactly what CNN knew and when. We know that the Zucker from CNN, the head, has found out recently, or said he found out recently, about what Cuomo was accused of doing as far as based on the investigation from Letitia James, the AG of New York. And so if he didn't find out until the report came out from the AG's office, then okay, that's one thing. But if he knew about the complaint, specifically about the one from his former producer, his former boss, at a party, he walked up to her and grabbed her by her behind and said, oh, I can do that now. We don't work together anymore. If they knew about that, if CNN knew about that, if they knew that he was reaching out to his contacts and having conversations with different staffers for his brother and telling them, oh, I'll find dirt on these girls, or I've got information on the girl from the wedding, if they had any inkling of that, then yeah, it's just damage control. Otherwise...
Right. Well, and that's the thing that, and Steve and Reese, we're going to continue to follow the story. But here's what gets me about this, is the fact that we've been in this business long enough. We know that it's not just us going on and saying things. There is accountability that goes in front of sitting in front of that camera. And for years, CNN utilized the fact of the Cuomo name to get access when they were at their highs. And I just have to wonder if they overlooked this because they knew they had access to the governor of New York and everything that came with it. Time will tell, just like you two always give us the truth. Thank you for joining me, Reese and Steve.
Thank you.
Now, when we return, go woke, go broke is a popular catchphrase these days. But is it actually accurate, as the majority of people do not care for corporate activism? We will break down the latest all after the break.